They couldn't badge in. 2 doors, live readers, dead telecom closet. A UPS battery bank failed and took the closet switches and PoE injectors with it. Tenants were locked out for hours. How does that domino chain still exist in 2026?
Welcome to Built, Wired, and Secured. I'm Alex Morgan. Today we're unpacking a low-effort tool that prevents high-impact surprises, dependency maps, what they show, how you build one fast, and how to turn it into work that actually reduces outages. I'm joined by Michael Harrington and James Rogers. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. That badge story is exactly the kind of domino people miss. Facilities, IT, security, all saw different pieces, but no one had the whole chain on paper or in a workshop. Tenants feel this immediately.
Wait, so nobody owned the map?
Right. Facilities thought power was the answer. IT focused on switches. Security checked readers. The link between that telecom UPS and the access control power wasn't drawn anywhere verifiable.
I've seen similar chains with BAS and cloud services. Expired certs, heartbeat failures, sequences that assume a remote API. One hiccup and a vital AHU goes into safe mode. Trust the process. Map the actual dependencies, not the ideal documentation.
Good. So when we say dependency map, are we asking for wiring diagrams, spreadsheets, or something else?
Something in between. The map's goal is to expose critical paths, nodes and links you can trace quickly. Power source, UPS, panel, telecom closet, edge switch, PoE injector, card reader, BAS controller, cloud API, laid out so you can answer, if X fails, what follows? Keep it readable and verifiable. Walk the path.
Start small, pick a single floor or a critical tenant. Capture ownership and assumptions as you map. Who thinks that UPS is separate? Who updated the BAS last? Whether the tenant has backup. If you finish a 1-hour workshop with a testable map and 3 verification tasks, that's a win.
Okay, walk me through that first workshop. Who shows up and what comes out of the hour?
Invite the people who operate and sign off. Facilities supervisor, network lead, security rep, and a tenant contact if needed. Bring a whiteboard or a simple drawing tool. Start at the critical asset, say the main entry card readers, and trace upstream. Which switch, which UPS, which breaker, which feeder. Mark unknowns and assign owners to validate them.
Mm-hmm.
And don't drown the map in detail. I like layered maps, a high-level view for leadership and zoomed lanes for operations. The high-level answers what cascades when this fails. The zoom lane answers who replaces that battery and how long will it take. Layers that get updated beat a perfect but stale drawing.
So we have a map. Prioritization time. You can't add redundant feeders everywhere. How do you pick the top fixes?
Triage rules. Score paths by impact and likelihood. Impact asks who feels it immediately. Tenants, safety critical systems. Likelihood asks whether a path is a single point of failure today. High on both moves up the queue. Then factor cost and lead time. Sometimes a label change or a maintenance tweak prevents more outages than a 6-figure purchase. Tenants feel this immediately, and that should drive urgency.
I want to push back slightly. Scoring systems can become academic.
Hold up. What does that look like in practice?
Keep it simple, red, amber, green, with one-line justification. Always attach an owner and a next action. Red, separate UPS feed. Owner, facilities, action, include and capital plan. That keeps people engaged and work moving. Preventative maintenance beats emergency repairs every time.
I agree on simplicity, with one addition, wait history. A near miss that needed a manual restart? That path has a track record and should be bumped up. Recurring near misses are the canary for brittle chains. Here's the downstream impact. They escalate quickly under load.
Good. Score, history, tenant impact. Now, once something is prioritized, how do we make the map actionable rather than aspirational?
Tie the map to change control and work orders. If someone is pulling a panel, update the map and notify stakeholders. Use the map in tabletop exercises. Simulate a UPS failure. Walk who calls, who transfers loads, how long systems are down, and schedule verification dates for every unknown. Exercises in ownership make the map operational.
Assign ownership clearly. Split responsibilities by zone or system lines and document tie lines. Vendors changing firmware or sequences must notify the map owner. Use change control as the update gate. Otherwise, maps go stale, and stale maps breed false confidence.
Let's make this actionable for listeners. Give me 3 things someone can do this week to reduce blind spots.
1. Pick a single critical asset, main entry, emergency lighting, or tenant's critical network, and map upstream to the service entrance. 2. Run a 60-minute tabletop that simulates the likeliest failure on that path. 3. Assign an owner and a verification date for every unknown on the map. Those 3 moves produce visible wins fast. Preventative maintenance beats emergency repairs every time.
And common pitfalls. Don't start with a huge audit expecting immediate buy-in. Document assumptions so users know the map's limits, and schedule short quarterly reviews so the map stays current. Discipline prevents the map from becoming decoration.
Before we close, James, one real example where a small map avoided a big problem?
Medical office floor. Maps showed exam room HVAC and critical network patch panels on the same UPS. No budget for a second UPS, so we rearranged loads and added a manual transfer procedure. 6 months later, a battery bank failed. Staff flipped the transfer and the clinic never missed appointments. Small map, small procedure, big impact. Reliability starts with disciplined maintenance.
Exactly. When tenants see quick, concrete fixes, trust builds, and you get cooperation for larger projects. Then the map becomes a partnership tool, not just a checklist.
Quick recap. Start small and verifiable, score by impact plus history, and tie the map to ownership and change control. If you want help, GDS Technology has a lightweight dependency map template and a 1-page workshop checklist you can use this week. Run a 60-minute session for one critical asset, assign owners for unknowns, and share the most surprising dependency you find. We may feature it in a future episode.
Map what matters, test what you map, and document your assumptions. The best day in operations is the one nobody notices, and a dependency map helps make that happen.
From an operational standpoint, and I'll be blunt, a modest mapping effort today prevents the visible failures tomorrow. Tenants feel it, leadership notices it, and your operations team sleeps better. That's worth the hour.
That wraps up this episode of Built, Wired, and Secured. Today we explored how a simple dependency map exposes hidden dominoes and guides practical resilience work. To download the GDS Dependency Map template and 1-page checklist, visit the GDS Technology Resources page. Share a surprising dependency you found on the job. We'll highlight notable examples in a future show. Thanks to Michael Harrington and James Rogers for practical, operational guidance. Until next time, make sure the systems you're responsible for are built to last, wired with intention, and secured for the real world.